Another video recapping the slip I sent out yesterday with the free play of the day that cashed pretty easily. Tyus Jones under 11.5 PRA. Gave this out on all socials, Discord, Twitter, all that good stuff. You can find a link to that in the description of this video. Go check that out. I post multiple daily breakdowns on these free plays for you guys. It's free game. Why are you gonna miss out on that? It just doesn't make sense to me. We got that one greened. Peyton Watson didn't play. We had him priced at under 12.5 points, didn't end up playing. Then we got this Anthony Joshua free swear. So barring a miracle, Joshua just needs to land one punch and the slip's gonna cash for, it's not gonna be a 6x, it's gonna be a 3x, still plus 2 units on the slip. So good to get back in the green column after a couple shaky slips. A lot of one-offs that we've been getting recently, which is obviously annoying. Obviously we're playing with power play, so one-off's gonna botch the whole slip. Very good to get this. We can just start building a streak. So as always, I gotta shout out the tools from Parlayers. We got the player prop optimizer and the sharp money tool. So the optimizer comparing the Prizepicks lines back to other apps like Prizepicks. Got Underdog Fantasy here, DraftKings Pick 6. We could snipe out the biggest discrepancies from the market so we could get the best props on Prizepicks. And we're even adding some new apps as reference. So we got better picks on the way, Sleeper Fantasy, Dabble. We got so many new books coming to the site, so stay tuned for that very, very soon. And we got the new sharp money tool that dropped not too long ago, comparing these Prizepicks lines back to peer-to-peer exchanges like Novig and ProfitX, where sharp bettors with their multi-million-dollar projections are offering lines on the exchanges, so we could see where they really want to be on. We want to follow the direction of these sharp bettors and the house, obviously, just to see where our money should be going. So we're making educated decisions, not just putting our money because a play is going to go a certain way. This is the wrong way to be approaching this type of strategy. So you do want to use the tools. You want to have something giving you confidence behind the play. I'm telling you, everything you see here, all the data is telling you more than what about a pick already, right? You have to trust these tools or else long term you will not be making profit. Trust me, I've been down that road. It does not work. So we could finally get into the great part of the videos, creating a slip with you guys. And just off the bat, I'm seeing this play, like I was saying, this optimizer comparing the lines from Prizepicks back to other apps, and just where we could see the biggest discrepancies and talk about a major one here. Prizepicks to FanDuel. We got FanDuel pricing Jaden Bradley in this college basketball game at 12.5 points. So what does that mean for us? If we're getting Bradley at 14.5 on Prizepicks, we get a 2-point discrepancy. That's just a regular basket in a game, which is huge that we're getting that discrepancy to play with here. So we could take his higher projection, and if it's still on Prizepicks, and take his under 14.5. You check the last 5 if you want. This is pretty useless for me. I wouldn't use this as a green light to put a play in a slip. A lot of people, for whatever reason, refer to this. Trust me, don't. I guess I'll just put it up for you guys that care about it anyway. The books say that he's supposed to be at 12.5, at least FanDuel saying it. So you got to put some weight into the FanDuel's opinion, right? Because they know more than you will about this pick or about any other pick on the market. So I got to take this under 14.5. It's only one book, which I advise not doing. I really want more books to kind of support the confidence. College basketball is a bit more of a niche market, so that's why there's a lot of books with empty columns here, right? We also have the empty columns under our reference points for fantasy apps like Underdog Fantasy and DraftKings Pick 6. We can assume that they've been discounted on those platforms or they've been completely removed. So we are getting full value when playing it on Prizepicks. I wouldn't play it anywhere else if they're slashing my payout at the end of the slip. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to move over from the optimizer tool to the sharp money tool to see if the play that I got in my VIP slip earlier was still here. It is. It's going to be Karl Anthony Towns, rebounds over 10.5. You see here from this Novig column that he's a plus 111 to go under this line. So the sharp bettors on Novig are offering this plus 111 on his under. So the higher the plus line is, the less likely it is for that play to hit. That's what the sharp bettors are telling us. And they don't want to be on this underline. It's a plus line. I know a lot of people that take plus money. You could, especially when we're dealing with fixed payout systems like Prizepicks, you want to take the most favored picks and play them where you're getting the same payout for taking his over or under. So why not just take his more favored play, right? Because according to the tool, it's expected to cash 53 times out of 100 simulations, right? That's what the 53% means in this column here, the percent odds column. So if I just go through the rest of the books, you see here, he's a minus 131 average consensus favorite on his over. And I could compare that back to the optimizer to see if he's offered on other apps. He's not. So again, he was probably discounted on his over, or he just got removed completely on these other apps like Prizepicks. gonna see if he's still on the board. Let me see. Towns, rebounds, beautiful. He's on the board. We got a Goblin at 10.5. So sorry, we have a Goblin at 9.5. So Prizepicks is saying that he's a favorite to hit 10 rebounds and go for more potentially. And his nearest Steven is at a 13.5. So they're saying that he's favored to go for 13 or less. So that range leaves us with 10 to 13, which is pretty healthy considering we're getting him at 10.5. So we got 2 picks. Let me just round off the slip with one more. I do want to move quickly only because Prizepicks, I don't know if it's just me. Recently, they've been super on their game with taking down picks, bumping value. It's been a bit annoying as of late. That's pretty much the game. You have to move super quick here. I'm sure it's not just me that's dealing with this. Like, they still are better than Underdog Fantasy. It's nearly impossible to get in a good slip with value there, especially if you want to make these 5 or 6 like parlays. Let me see what we can finish the slip with. I am liking this hockey play. I know hockey's just one of those suspect leagues. I try to stay away from it, honestly. Prizepicks is telling me it's a great play here for his under. Shane Gostisbehere in this Hurricanes game, minus 132 consensus favorite. We see a big minus 147 favorite on Bet Online to his under. And we have here that he's a over plus 123 on Prizepicks. So the sharp bettors want to be on his under plus 123. Anything plus 120 or higher, I feel like is just a really strong underdog to have on as a data point. So I am liking his under here. Prizepicks, little slip here if we could get it in. Let me see if Shane's here. We're very comfortable with taking his under here in this game. Recap, we got Bradley under 14.5 points, we got Cat over 10.5 rebounds, and we got Shane under 1.5 shots on goal. I'll try to get this up as soon as possible, as always, for you guys. Thank you and support on the channel, liking the videos and everything. So don't forget Discord, follow all the socials, and again, I post plays and breakdowns there, more stuff from the tool so you guys can see the best and in-depth analysis of the plays from the tools. And yeah, we're gonna get this in. I am limited to 5 on this account, so you guys are more than welcome to put down more unit size. Just don't blow it all on one slip. I will recap in the next one. Have a great one.